What is acupuncture? In Chinese, the word acupuncture is actually called Jing Jiu. And Jing is needling, and Jiu is actually moxibustion. So in the West, most people think of acupuncture as merely using needling, but actually acupuncture comes from more than just acupuncture. They also work with three other aspects of Chinese medicine. So in other words, acupuncture is in combination with tuina, a kind of therapeutic massage. And plus herbology. All three of this is part of the work of a Chinese doctor in classical Chinese medicine, CCM, Doctor of Classical Chinese Medicine. So in other words, a Chinese medicine doctor will use tuina, acupuncture, and herbology to deal with pathologies. And that is useful because it's come from a sense of what in Chinese medicine they consider as what is pathology? Pathology, sickness, is due to a fundamental unifying principle, which says that if you are sick, the energy is blocked. So it could no longer flow. This blockage causes the energy to break down. So this in Chinese is called tong. Tong means pain. That if your blockage of energy, it could no longer flow and you have pain. Therefore, in Chinese medicine, we want to use the flow, whether use acupuncture, herbs, or tuina, to eradicate, to break the blockage. So whether the energy or blood or qi is blocked, you could use acupuncture to break open that, and then suddenly the flow of energy is going again. And this flow of energy is called tong. You can see the word tong, T-O-N-G, and tong is the same word but with a different emphasis, or called tone. Tonal language. Tong is first tone. Tong, you're yelling out in pain, so exclamation mark and you say tong. So why does in classical Chinese medicine there's 3 protocol or treatments. Well, that's come from the fundamental concept of Chinese medicine that the human body sickness first infiltrate at the superficial level. That's at the muscular myofascial level. So at this point you use 推拿 to deal with it. And as the sickness go a little deeper, it goes to the muscle and ligament level, then you have to use acupuncture. So the needle that can penetrate through the skin into the site of the sickness that have go inside to what I call the medial layer. So this is the superficial layer, and this is the medial layer, medial ML layer. And then finally you reaches when the sickness goes all the way into the endo layer. That's into the organs. Then we have to ingest herbs to reach the sickness. So 推拿 therapeutic massage for the superficial layer, acupuncture for the medial muscular ligament layer, and herbs go for the endo organ. And that's one other thing is what happens if the sickness reach to the core, which is the bone level. Then this is the use of Qigong, using one's breath and Qi meditation. So you can see that acupuncture is really working with using the needles to break the blockage. And that is interesting because in the use of the needle on particular meridian points, those points helps the patient with unlocking the blockage. So this needle comes in, it injects energy. And this energy is called, of course, Qi. And Qi, as I mentioned before, is ubiquitous everywhere, and it's expressly flow along the inside of the meridian in our body. For example, imagine this is the arm of the patient, and by putting the needle there. So in certain cases, as in a operation in China, a patient were having surgery, and it was an open heart surgery. And this patient elect to have acupuncture as a way of anesthetizing her. So while the surgeon was operating on her, opening her chest, and then even stopping her heart, she was conscious. And that is because the acupuncturists were applying needles all along a meridian, upper one, middle one, to keep the qi flowing. As long as the qi is flowing, she does not feel the pain. And after 2-hour surgery, she is in total recovery, and is much faster than having a full general anesthesia, and she's happy. And that her bill payment is only 1/3 of the normal fee. So acupuncture has come a long way, and it has been accepted in many, many countries. In China, in Taiwan, and even in the United States. A word of caution that you should not think of acupuncture as a replacement for regular medical treatment. You should always, if you have a medical condition, to consult a doctor, and with the help of the doctor advising you, it could be very useful as a complementary healing practice.